and they are going on. So this is a Metroidvania. We start by the small dialogue we can smash through. Good luck to both racers, by the way. Always good to wish good luck in a very RNG heavy game. But you can roll, you can jump, you can double jump, you can melee attack, and you can also charge arrows. You have 3 different arrow charts at the beginning, and then you get like a 4 later. But the way we want to move at the beginning is by rolling, as you can see both players doing. Rolling grants you invincibility frames and is also the fastest form of movement. If you chain rolls in the right frame, you also get like, you kind of stack speed for a small amount of time. It's like, it's 0.2 seconds, I think. Not sure like exactly how much it saves, but it saves like a bunch. It's like, this game is all about very small optimizations. But yeah, we also get like 3 chests in the first area of the game. You will see runners also doing roll jumps, which is pressing the roll and the jump button on the same frame, and that allows to get jump height and roll speed plus invincibility, and it's super useful to maneuver through areas. This first area is the Grove. It is quite like known for like imps. Imps are super random creatures. Like everything they do is kind of randomized. They can like throw bombs, they can run, they can throw knives, and like it's a chaos RNG fiesta. Like we kind of get used to that after a while, but depending on the difficulty, this can be quite tricky. But yeah. Runners are just going through, getting to the 3rd and final chest. That one's super sneaky. Okay, let's change to Cheily since Cheily is winning. And now we're going to the first boss. If we defeat a boss without taking damage, you get a special boss item. Also, let's see how this goes. There's a special trick to kill Edia. The first boss is 1 hit. And Cheily got it. This is the buffer kill. You can buffer her tail attack, and the pearl on her tail has a crit box. By doing that, you can hit her tail in more than 1 frame with 3 arrows, which is like kind of a busted strategy. It's pretty good. Flesh opted for the normal kill. And yeah. Also, the money we got was to get this item from the shop. This item allows us to get 50% more damage for 15 seconds, and it helps a whole bunch, as you can imagine. Later we get a better item, but we're like, right now it's pretty good. The second area is Card City. We don't see much of it, but like most of the time we go through Card City is just like passing through. We don't really go like deep in it. And Cheily is going to the second boss fight. Like this game is pretty fast, as you can see. And this is the first part. It's Mocha, and then we have Lubella. Mocha is this small being of destruction. He is very annoying, and you kind of have to adapt to what like he does, because sometimes he decides to like ruin your life, sometimes he just doesn't do anything. And Flesh is taking a safety save. That's pretty good. As I said earlier, you don't want to get hit during a boss fight, which means that if you get hit, you might want to like reload the save, which costs you a whole bunch of time. You're going quite well. Cheily is just defeating Lubella, and there you go. If you check, she has a mouth on her throat, and that's kind of weird. But hey, she's undead, so like, happens, I guess. And the second item is the Bagman Patch. That summons a whole bunch of Bagman Patches, which are those like small squares with eyes, as you can see in the icon. And they like, individually they do small damage, but you literally like summon 100 of them or something like that, so it's really good. This is the best item in the run because it allows us to do some like it allows us to do stuff outside like the boss battles it like themselves. So it speeds up by like a whole bunch. It's pretty good. Like if you're going for a no reset or a race setting, this game is kind of like a snowball game where if you don't get a boss item, every boss after that will be harder, which means you will probably lose more boss items and that escalates and you lose more and more time. This is the third area of the game. It's the Subterranean Grave, and it's like it has lots of spikes and lots of water, which are two of the things I hate the most in platforms. But hey, what can we do about that, right? In the meanwhile, Flesh is having trouble with Mocha and Bella. This is one of the fights that you kind of have to adapt to what happens, because like as you will see later, after a while we're so OP we just have to do like kind of a combo of items and bosses die instantly. So the first like few bosses outside Idea, like you kind of have to think about like adapt stuff, etc. But yeah. Also, Cheily, oh my god, Kaho just got a haircut right now. What the heck? Also, you saw Cheily doing a detour to get a key that we might use later to open a door. 2 doors, to be honest. And those are really important. Okay, Flash managed to go through Lubella. Very nicely done. Also got the Backman patch. This area has so many spikes everywhere. Spikes in this game are insta-kill, regardless of your health. So like you think, hey, I have max HP, which means I can touch spikes, right? No, you're gonna die. Just like everyone else in the world touching spikes. And we kill that witch because if you don't kill her, she teleports to the fight. And like it gets harder because you have to beat a boss and like that witch at the same time. So you probably will get hit if you don't kill her. You can also not spawn her, but it's slightly slower. And this is Frida. Cheily's doing the melee strats, which are faster but riskier because you have to adapt to more of her stuff. Frida can summon these dogs. She can melee attack you. She can do a small laser, and she can teleport. Every boss, not every boss, but like the first few bosses, they have certain patterns that slow you down. Frida can teleport, and every time she teleports, it will cost you about 3 seconds. But we didn't see any teleports. Frida behaved. Very nicely done. And the boss item that Cheily got was the Sparse Thread, which allows us to do a small AoE around Kaho. It's a pretty good item and very useful for fights. Also, you saw Cheily getting a crest. Basically, the lore for this game is that Kaho's village was like got cursed by something, and Kaho wants to warn the queen about this, like the queen of Karst. But then she like learns that she needs to collect 4 different crests to unlock the castle, and later she learns that the queen is the one responsible for everything that's evil in the world. But hey, happens. And also like those 4 crests that we need to get to unlock stuff also give us powers. The first one allows us to do faster charges, arrow charges. But yeah, that's it. It's pretty useful, to be honest. It can. I'm not sure if it doubles the charge speed, but it does. Like it speeds up a whole bunch. And now it's like the refight on Cheily's screen against Lubella. This is the one boss fight you don't care about taking damage because her item is useless for runs. Also, she's slightly like stronger in this fight, and as you can see, Aren is slightly falling down, so you kind of gotta be careful. Lubella can dive, like she's the worst boss in terms of RNG because she has an attack that she dives off screen for 12 seconds, but we didn't see any dives, so we're fine. And now we go to the best part of this game. The part where we turn into a cat. Because when you kill an undead witch for revenge, she will curse you with the curse of being a cat, which is actually the best blessing one person could have. But I guess since she's evil, she thinks being a cat is bad. Anyway, cat movement is way faster than humans, and as you can see, the fastest form of movement like right now is roll jumping as cat, but at the end of the roll animation, cat kind of stops, so you have to cancel that animation with a melee. So cat movement is way better, but it's somewhat more complicated. And now, we're on an elevator. I didn't see what happened in Flash screen, but the last time I looked at he was also in that screen, so I don't know. Maybe he took damage on Frida? What we're gonna do now is Chaily's gonna visit, never mind. Chaily's gonna talk to Paramo. Paramo is a very cool guy. He just stands there, warns you of stuff. But what Chaily's gonna visit a screen that has a very important bell. There's a crest, which is the second one we're gonna get, that allows us to teleport between bells, like between key bells. So by visiting the screen right now, after getting the next crest, we can just teleport there instantly, saving a whole bunch of walking. Flesh is doing arrow strategies on Frida, which are very safe. It kind of changes Frida's patterns by a bit, but it's pretty much like just stand in a corner, shoot arrows. She can charge a massive laser that you have to like stagger her to not die, but hey. And right now, on Chaily's screen, never mind. I would say there was a boss, but it's dead. Most people call that night the meme night because it just dies instantly. It never gets old. Just a silly joke. Oh, Flash got an early wall break. That's nice. We kind of have to make a backman like explode that wall with a bomb, but sometimes that happens on the way to the Frida fight, which is very lucky. Saves about 5 seconds. Did you get Sleepy or Energetic Cannon on elevator? We got a Sleepy Cat. And now we're getting to the area where we got the Warp Press. We need Cat Farm because Kaho cannot fit that small hole. And now we are spirits. Spooky. And this area is called Flor Ciel, which I don't know the translation to. But it's a pretty cool area. I like the static of it, you know, like being a phantom cat with ethereal enemies. Oof, that platforming can be hard sometimes. And now we have the second crest, which is the Warp Crest. And now we can warp. Flash going to the second boss fight, to the third boss fight, to the fourth boss fight. Imagine being able to count. Chilubella refight, that's better. That's way better. And now this is the ladder boss. We're doing like the quick kill, which is going down. But there's like the legit fight, which is going up. And that ladder takes about 1 minute to go up. Can you imagine? Like, you can play that Snake Eater, like, track when like going up if you want. And this is Cinder Chambers. This is one of the scariest areas of the game if you're playing like AVIP, which is the collectible category of this run, or if you're playing casually. But we barely go through stuff in any percent. And this is Arsonist, which is the hardest, not the hardest, but it's one of the most hated bosses in this game, because she can tank a lot, and she sometimes escape her own patterns. She has like, she's sentient. I'm like, oh god, that was unfortunate. What happened there is that Cheily cast the fairy. If you press like half of command code, which is up, up, down, down, left, right. You can like summon a fairy that summons random laser beams that can hit enemies. And what Cheily did is that he summoned the fairy too early. What you want to usually do is cast the fairy during the second backman charge. So when fairies start casting lasers, it won't hit you because you will be like to the right of the arsonist that's gonna teleport, and then you escape stuff. Just like that. But yeah, arsonist has a whole bunch of health. You can stagger her. Oh god. As you can see, arsonist can be a pain. And this gives us time to flash, to get her stuff. But like, what arsonist can do, she can teleport. You can like bait her teleport by going like making her off screen. Also that other girl, Scaff, she's Carol's girlfriend and she helps you to do stuff in this game. Arsonist can teleport, she can like attack you with her bandage whip. She can moonwalk, like you just saw. Every time she teleports you can stagger her, by the way. This is a pretty good pattern. She can also summon fire pillars and... Ooh, arsonist, are you okay, buddy? You want to finish this fight as close to the right as possible, because you want to go to the right screen, and you want to finish this fight as close to Kath as possible, because she has to walk to Ethereal stuff. And then you gotta choose no. Cheily said yes. If you choose no, you get called Roach, and you can just leave. And if you say yes, you gotta listen to Kath, which is the right thing to do. So Cheily lost time, but did the right thing, which means he won the better fight, you know? Arsonist's crest, like the third crest, allows us to do air dashes, which are pretty good. And Arsonist item is the Pocket Incenserate, which adds fire properties to your attacks and backman patches, which means like this is one of the best damage items we get in this run. And since it scales with backman patches, it's even better. And this is the best screen of the game. This is the cat room where we like managed to talk to this lady. At the same time, we can look at those 7 beautiful cats. We have two caramel, 2 white, and 3 black cats in the screen. There's always 7 cats, and they are always randomized, like both their actions and their colors. And we also get a key, I guess, that we need to unlock a door. But like cats are more important than that, right? And now we're going to get the 4th crest. Flash just got the warp crest, very nicely done. Oh my god, he almost died to spikes right there. But they didn't, so that's fine, I guess. And this is Finale. People like her a lot, and if you play this game casually, it's like a pretty hard fight. But as you can see on the speedrun, we don't have time for like a duel, so we just kill her like almost instantly. And this is the last crest. It allows to like get a 4th arrow charge level, which is really OP if you combine with certain items we're gonna get in the future. Also, we got the Tainted Missive from Finale, which allows us to get 100% attack damage for 15 seconds at the cost of 1/4 of our max health. Which means you can kill yourself with it if you're not being careful. But it's like, it just increases our damage by a whole bunch. And this is the Pina Colada, also known as Royal Pinacoteca, which is a word that like native English speakers usually have trouble like with. So every single runner I know has a different word to call the Pinacoteca. Some people call Royal Pina Colada, there's Royal Piano Castle, Royal Pterodactylus, Pythagoras Theorem, Ryuga Wakatekyo Corral, you know, so, to each its own. You can, here's like the interactive part of this race. You, the viewer, can choose a name for the Royal Pinacoteca right here, right now. Choose any name you want. That's like the name of your Royal Pinacoteca. And Cheily is doing a small detour to get the Sealed Wind, which is an item that we need to unlock the true ending. If you beat this game without getting the true ending, the game doesn't consider itself beaten, which means you didn't beat the game, which means you didn't finish your run, and that's why you need that even for any percent. Oh no, I can't. Those skeletons do so much damage. If you play this game on normal, like you will be almost dead just by getting that one hit. Oh my god, that was close. And Flesh just went through the arsonist fight, very nicely done. I mean, I wasn't really looking, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that was very nicely done. And now we're getting to one of the most annoying boss fights. It's Lupior and Magnolia. Lupior, which is the first boss, can do something very silly, which is rolling, just like you. And just like you, that evades attacks. It didn't happen though, so yeah, it's pretty nice. And this is Magnolia. Oh my god, Cheily got poisoned. Will he get the item? No. That's sad. Heavy arrows is like a pretty good item that you can get from this fight, but since you're like right at the end of the run, it's not worth to actually reload the save to get that one. It only loses you 15 seconds. But yeah, now that we beat everyone, we're on the way to the castle to talk to the queen, and by talk I mean talking with our fists. But yeah, Fennel is getting to Fennel. Flesh is getting to Fennel. What the heck? I'm dumb, sorry. And this is another key bell that you need to hit. And Cheily casts Beckman Patch to hit a switch that is not on screen. By doing that, he can like unlock a shortcut that will be pretty useful, and that saves about like 30 seconds. It's pretty good. And now you're on the way to unlock to bathe or live in hibiscus tea, and by doing that we add anti-solar properties to our like leaf, and that somehow unlocks the true ending. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. It makes sense, okay? But yeah, now you have like the green leaf, which is makes your attacks stronger and also unlocks the true ending, and now we can proceed. And now you can go back and you can keep going. In the meanwhile, Flesh is going to Pinacoteca. Just a small trivia. Pinacoteca is the name of like old art galleries. And by art is more like visual, like painting and stuff. We just call those museums nowadays, but it's more like a gallery and stuff. It's not like a very well-known world, but there it is. Jellies are weird, but yeah. And that's Kev. She's completely alive. She's just taking a nap. You can talk to her, and if you say yes, you will call her an Uber, so she can go to her home safely. She was fighting against evil, but climbing this castle in a heavy armor with a huge sword is very tiring, and that's why she's like resting. But yeah, and this is Clone Angel. You want to hit the one closest to the ground, and if you do the stuff in the right order, you can quick kill her in 1 cycle, just like that. There's a pretty cool strategy in the spring called the Yeet, but Cheily's not going for that one, and I am very disappointed. I mean, to be fair, it's very risky, and like you can die and lose like a minute if you lose it, but hey, it's called the Yeet. Like, you have to do it, right? Every single time. And this is the last elevator, with lots of witches that can kill you and make you sad. And we are getting to the queen fight, which is the final fight of this game. Since we have the leaf, we will have oh my god, Flesh will have to use to... Okay. We'll have to fight one extra phase. Cheily is going to prove the first phase, taking their time. There are quick kills for like the queen fight that accelerate by a whole bunch, but they are kind of hard. So like, I don't judge going for like a safer approach to this because they're like somewhat precise. Flesh also didn't get heavy arrows, which is sad. Oh yeah, Cheily also didn't get heavy arrows. That's why he didn't go for like the quick kill. That makes sense. Not bad. And this is the third phase. I was waiting for the epic song that plays when you're like in Queen, third phase. And I'm like, where's the song? Where is the song? Okay. GG for Cheily, 25:53. It's a very respectable time, especially considering he reset like 2 times in Arsonist and didn't get heavy arrows, so that was pretty good. That was very nice. Now let's switch to Flesh while he finishes his first run. Flesh is just bathing his leaf in hibiscus tea. I have no idea why it's hibiscus tea, but it is. But hey, it happens. And my microphone just fell off. I'm sorry if you heard like a weird thingy, I guess. But let's see how this goes. This is the wrong way. This is also the wrong way. This is a game that like can get you like, it can kind of make you nervous, right? Because Flesh got the heavy arrows. You might see Queen quick kill here. And we're just going through the castle, just selling. In case you have questions about this game, this is a pretty good time to ask. I'll try to read them and say them. Maybe help, maybe not. Hitting this bell is important. One thing that I don't think I mentioned is every item has, like, we have passive and active items. Most active items have charges. So whenever you deplete them, you have to hit a bell to restore those charges. This is like Dark Souls and Etus Fast or something. Yeah, this is a Dark Souls game. Yeah. Pretty good cycle. Let's see if Flesh goes to the Yeet. No. I am disappointed. Neither players went for the greatest strategy of all time. It saves 9 billion years from your run. Well, Flesh paying respect to Calf. For Calf. Calf is just there like chilling. Calf is just there like, Calf is actually, you don't know, but she's just like watching this stream right now. That's why she's like just sitting there. She really wanna know what Cow is up to. And there you go, getting to the Queen fight. This will probably be low 30, which is not a bad time, especially in like a race setting. Flesh didn't get a quick kill. Basically, how the quick kill works is that you save your missive, which amplifies your damage by a whole bunch, through the first and second phase, which makes you like just fly through this and not have to wait for this Doritos attack. Look at those like pink Doritos, you cannot even eat them. Just It's such a waste. I mean, they're probably poison or something, but they're still Doritos. Would you sacrifice yourself by eating Doritos knowing they're poison? I don't know. I think I would. Let's not think about that. Let's change the subject. This is the third phase. Let's go. You can eat them if you want. What happened? Wait. Oh no! Flash touched the white light. So the third phase, the Queen's third phase works like this. She always do the same 4 attacks in order. The first one create those 2 like white balls of mass destruction in each side of the screen where you need to stay in the middle. They not only damage you, but they also block arrows, like they deflect arrows for some reason. I cannot explain why, but that's how it works. And the second attack, she like shoots stuff at you that explodes when touching the ground. That creates 2 extra projectiles. And the third one, she will like summon small balls of sadness from the ground. And the fourth one, she'll like kinda submachine gun you. And then it repeats, always in loop, always like in the same order. You kinda like third phase is basically like adapting and like learning her patterns and knowing what to do. But yeah, you need to be really careful of this balls. And GG Flash! 31:36 is a pretty like respectable time. 69 map completion, GG. Nice. Very nice. So, let's just wait for the next race. Cheily is just like on a boat right at the beginning of the game. This is the boat. Supposedly, we came from this boat, but we are not sure. Maybe Kao just wants to go back to her home, like to her homeland, and go like, yeah, I'm too old for this. Maybe she just likes boats, like Bob Ross. Who knows? Who knows? But as you can see, like deaths in this game cost a whole bunch of time. So like, even if Cheily has a better time than Flash, like any mistake can like turn the tides. Just don't die for it. Just don't die and don't take damage on bosses. You were pretty good until Arsonist, Cheily. That was like a pretty good pace, IMO. Titanium white. We're going through the colors on screen, so you can. It's kind of weird, like in Bob Ross, because I like Bob Ross a lot. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love Bob Ross. I listen to like their show a lot, like to his show a lot when I'm like doing something in the background. But he always shows like the colors on the screen, and it just goes so fast. And like if you're watching that on television, you don't have time to note all those down, right? Like how do you even note all the colors when you don't have time to do that? You need like 10 people to like each of them write one of the colors, and then you can like mix up, and then you have the full recipe. I don't know. It's just too fast. It's just some colors at the head. You have to like write them down. You don't have enough time. It's like, oh, titanium except green, yellow ochre. It's just like, it's just so fast. That's because you ain't used it to the paint name. That's actually true. That makes sense. If you're like, no, you're just like, oh, it's always titanium white. I can just like write down W because, and then I know W means titanium. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Never mind. I'm dumb. Mix up, and then you have the full recipe. I don't know. there is a stream noise coming from the background. So the person that is watching this, please close the stream. Thank you. Like, there is this thing where like we just get audio from both runners, and if like someone is listening to stuff, we'll kind of listen to it too. So I was listening to my own voice, and I was not pleased by that. Just read the second word. If you don't read the first word, then you miss like the color. I was watching too, but I muted OBS audio. You did the right thing. I mean, I don't usually open like the stream when I'm in a race, but if I would probably like open using like a cell phone or something. I also say yes, Kev. Yes, you did the right thing. Titanium white is just white? You're wrong! It's like literally not just white. Come on. Yeah, this is... You can just remember it. Yeah, that makes sense. You can just like memorize because you're using colors. That makes sense. That makes lots of sense. I know what I said is hella cursed, to be honest. That's good. It's good to know. That's good to know. I see lots of hella cursed stuff, to be honest. This isn't just any white, it's titanium white. What the heck? Yeah, Jado got it. So, runners are getting ready to the second race. There is a reminder. I am not actually sure. I should check this before saying this, but I think this game is on sale on Steam. I'm not entirely sure. You should probably check that out. And there's the new game from the Momodora creator, Arden. It's coming out in 19 days. It's called Minoria, and it's super cool. You should check that out when it launches. Also, if you're thinking about learning this game, we have lots of guides and resources for newcomers. We have a Discord. Everyone is pretty cool and chill. Everyone likes to help. We also have a channel dedicated to pets pictures, especially cats. So if you have a pet and you want to show that precious, cute little ball of fur, you can post it there. And renders are going to the second race. In case you're getting here right now, Momodora is a Metroidvania, and you have this cutscene at the beginning. You can roll, you can jump, you can double jump, you can melee attack, and you can charge arrows. You can also press the jump and roll at the same frame, and you will do a roll jump, which is pretty good. And yeah, this is like exactly on the same frame, by the way. We don't have buffer for this. So it's kind of hard, but you get used to it after you get your muscle memory. On other difficulties, we have more enemies on map, and we have less health. So on Insane, which is a category some people like to play for some reason, you have only 1 HP, and there are lots of enemies on screen, which makes it so this first area is hell. And someone summoned a fairy. Very nicely done. Just saying hello to the cute fairy. There is titanium white, liquid white, zinc white, lead white, and so on. Yes, I think Bob he paints the screen with liquid white before doing stuff, right? So it can do the wet paint style. I don't remember the thing. White painting technique. Momodora is not on sale in the UK. Okay, I'm sorry. I think that was like 2 weeks ago. Oh, my bad. My bad. Anyway, just getting chests. going through growth. Ooh, getting like one cycle with that pattern was really good. It's like a pretty good technique. It is. Bob Ross is like a genius, even if he's not like the creator of wet painting technique. It is really nice. And there you go, getting to Idia again. Let's see if she's gonna attack. Or if she's gonna dance. She wants to dance, let's go. This loses like about 3 seconds and it's pretty annoying. Oh. Cheily was too far behind, she got a quick kill. That's fine, that's fine. We're gonna try again. Let's go. First try. Yeah, let's go. That was very nicely done. Idia can be a pain, she can dance like that, like walk, and lose your time. And sometimes she can like chain dances. Like if she really wants you, she can show you how to tango. And then you lose a whole bunch of times. Like, it's pretty annoying. Also, the way we menu this game on easy, as you could see Cheily doing, on easy mode we start with two like extra passive items. One of them increases our iframes by way more than it should increase, and the second one makes it so we heal health over time. But in the patch we play this game on, if you heal during a boss fight, it counts as if you took damage because your health value changed, which means you don't get the boss item. So that's why you just like change on that slot. Yeah, kill Mocha. This is like one of the 3 attacks Mocha can do. Mocha can like summon Toho balls. Mocha can throw you a curse ball, and Mocha can summon small backmans from the ground. I don't think we saw curse during this run, but the way curse works is that by like some time, which I don't know how much time it is, you like won't be able to use items, and those items also count like passive items, which means you lose the poison properties from your arrow. I don't remember if I said it, but that's like the effect of Idia's Pearl, which is the first item you get in the game. It adds poison properties to your arrows, which means it can also poison yourself, because the way poison works in this game is that it creates a poison cloud when you hit something. Also, no ladder. There's like a trick on that ladder so you can like climb down that faster, and it's like 0.1 second faster or some dumb amount of time like that. And it's like somewhat hard for how much time it saves. But it's a pretty cool, swaggish strat. This girl is Ari. She's a princess. Like, literally a princess, but she's on grave because she's trying to escape the queen to— Oh my god, Mocha! Oh, Flesh got cursed. That's unfortunate. Basically, there are 2 ways to beat Mocha. You can do melee strats, which are riskier, but it requires you to do like more precise reactions. And there's the arrow strategy, which was what Flesh was doing, which is generally safer, but Mocha is random enough that you might get screwed up anyway. And Flash got Lubella very nicely. While this item is important in any percent, there's a category we call Ivory Buggers, Vitality Fragments, and Bosses, the AVID category, which actually requires this item Like if you don't get the item, you can do the run. So it's pretty important. I don't think there's an item that's more important than that in this game, to be honest. Oh. Bats, they always spawn on the other side of the screen. Like if you came from the right, they will spawn like on the left and vice versa. But their height and direction is random, so they are very annoying pricks from time to time. Especially if you're playing on Insane, since you would just die. Disdain and Missive add attack on your items, you're just melee. It's melee and arrows. And that's why it's good, because you combine Tin and Missive with heavy arrows, with pocket and sensory, and that does like some very weird stuff. It's weird though, because pocket and sensory also applies on backman patches, and that doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. Oh, Cheily got hit. They will reset. And now they're like pretty close to each other. Like Chailis is still in the lead, but not by a lot. That's huge for Flesh, yes. Flesh just got like a really good time advantage on this, like anything can happen. And I think Flesh is on pace, but I'm not super sure. Which is also pretty cool. We had like lots of pretty cool PBs in the first round of this tournament. So if we keep going with like the PB train, it would be so amazing. There we go. We're against Frida, which is also a dumb drinking burp. Wait, if that's the case, why do we miss it before Lupiar fight and not in between? Because, okay, I'm gonna like, Cheily will reset again. What's Cheily up to? Okay, now Flash is ahead, but let me explain how Lupiar fight works, because it's good for this explanation. Like, the way we do the Lupiar fight, we use Missive before the fight, so we won't lose heavy arrows. If you use like the Missive between phases, since there's no health bars, you won't lose the item. But what you want to do after you casting your Sparse Thread and killing Lupiar is starting charging our arrows, so you can do a fast cycle on Magnolia while saving your Missive charge. Basically what happens is that you kill Lupiar so fast you don't lose Missive, and you can use a full charge arrow on Magnolia. If you use between fights, you won't be able to get full charge in time, and that will be way slower in general. This is kind of a confusing explanation, like, I'll give you that, but that's how it works. Like, if you use between fights, you will have to do a half charge, like, you won't have the super charge on arrow, you have like only the second best charge level, which will lower your damage output by a whole bunch, and you won't be able to one cycle in a way that makes sense. It's just like very slow. It's a safe strategy in case you like Lupiar takes you too long to kill though. And Flash is going to the next area. And Cheily just has beaten Frida. Most of like boss fights, like late boss fights in this game, are based on like Missive usage and time. The most notable fight is probably the Queen, but yeah. It's just that if you have like, you combine so much damage by doing a supercharge with Missive, with pocket and sensory, it's just like really stupid how much damage you can like output in a short amount of time with that. Is it me, or we just didn't see any dives in this race yet? That's insane. I have never seen runners having that good leg before. And Flash is going to Lubella. She's not diving, which is pretty cool. The item you get from Lubella 2 is the Thorn Branch, which heals you when you kill something. But we don't really care about health. We only care about damage, so that item is kind of useless. Flash got one? Oh, I didn't realize. My bad, we had one dive. Never mind, this run is not blasted. This race is not blasted. And now Flash is a cat, and Cheily is getting two, Lubella too. This is one very interesting thing. Oh, Cheily got a dive. Oof. But even if Flash is ahead, one mistake can cost him so much time. Lubella is a prick. No, he fell down the arena. That's why you don't want to roll during that fight. Oof. Oof. Commentator care? No! Don't blame this on me. Blame on the game. Stop. I didn't do anything. See, if I could control Lubella, I would make her curse me and turn me into a cat. If I had this power to magically control Lubella. And as you can see, I am not a cat. I mean, you cannot see me, but you can guess. If you guessed I'm a cat, maybe you guessed that wrong. So damn, I'm sorry, you were wrong on that one. But hey, I didn't do shit. Those are some dangerous boobies. Indeed. Commentator is always in fault? Oh, that's not true. Danger only makes it. Holy heck. We know you're a cat. Oh my god. Busted. Oh no. But yeah, Flash just saw Monastery Bell and is going to Warp Crest. One thing that you can see, and it can help you to see analyze players' movement, is by seeing how fast they cancel their roll jump with a melee when they are in cat farm. The longer they take to cancel the attack, slower the movement is. It's not a whole lot, but it is slightly slower. Is this an Alice in Wonderland clone? This game's called Momodora. Alice in Wonderland is really cool. I don't think it has influences on holy shit, that fire guy ball deflect. Very nice show of skills. Then you have me who just don't roll jump. That can also be taken into consideration. But as long as you cancel within 3 frames, you're being really fast. Not within 3 frames, at least 3 frames after roll jumping, you're being really fast. The more you take to cancel with a melee after you start roll jumping, the slower you are, but it's matter of frames. It still counts on this game though. This game's so heavily optimized in a top level that you want to you want to save every single frame possible, and I'm not even joking. It's hell. And Flash got the Warp Crest. Also on Cheily's screen again. You can see Caho using her threads on literally nothing. And going on with her path. Maybe she had a rage outburst and just want to break something. Some people say that there's a knight there, but you know. And now we're going to the Cinder Chambers. There's also Sen's Undertale in Cheily's screen. Flash is just going to Arsonist. This is still pretty close, even if they are like one section behind, like they apart from each other. Any mistake can cost Flash the race, and vice versa. This is way closer than it seems. Oh my god, that imp was just like bluffing everything. Let's see how Flash does the Arsonist fight. There's two strategies for this as well. Like every single boss fight, there's a safe. Oh, Arsonist just decided to like do her own. Oh god, that was bad. Arsonist is a dum dum. Sometimes she decides she doesn't want to do anything. She should. But yeah. There's like a safe strategy and a risky but faster strategy for every single boss fight. And the way Arsonist fight works is that you don't have a combo, you have to adapt. But you can also try to stagger her every 6 arrows, half-charged arrows. Like you can time the stagger cooldown by doing that. But that's pretty risky, and sometimes that won't really work because she will do like the whip attack that can just like be pretty bad for you. She can do something different, and now Cheily's catching up. This will be really close. Also at this point, since you have like fast charge, the fastest form of damage with arrows is doing half charges instead of like spamming normal uncharged arrows. And Flash just finished the fight, very nicely done. As you can see on Cheily's screen, like those staggers, they are really good. Oh, Flash said yes. Well done, Flash. That counts as saying yes twice. Sometimes Kef will be like in a very weird place where you want to get the item and she will be like there, and instead of getting the item you just talk to her twice. It's kind of unfortunate, but hey. You said yes twice, Chikaf, so that's definitely a good thing. I didn't see if Cheily said yes or no. Hopefully he said yes. Cheily's giving spoilers on cat colors on chat. What the heck? This is like 4 white, 1 caramel, and 2 black cats on flat screen. That's really good cat RNG. And let's see. Cheily's RNG. It's 2 caramels, 1 white, and 4 black cats. Cheily likes black cats a lot. I think it's his favorite, like, cat color. So that's a pretty good RNG for him. There's a thing about this elevator Flash just left, and you can see on Cheily's screen. That elevator is so fancy. There's like a chair right there. Let's go, Fennel. Fennel fight is just so funny. Will this work? Oh, it will. This was just a bit too close to cast Backman patches, but that worked, so whatever. Cheily dodged that lightning bolt. What the heck? It was pretty scary. They both got the kill. So this is so close. Like any mistake, and like Cheily will like get ahead. Important info, you cannot pet the cat in Momodora 4, that's true. And that's a pretty thing, like, this is one of the biggest features that are missing from the game. IMO. Let's go, Pina Colada. We're back at it again. You are the cat, but there are other cats too. You should be able to pet every cat, including yourself. That's just justice. This like Pinacoteca is like part like it's probably the hardest part of the game in terms of movement, because you have lots of verticality, you have lots of enemies and like traps and jellies, and the way you want to move, like you want to keep switching between human and cat form every single time. And it makes it very hard to do stuff consistently, but it's also very rewarding when you learn how to do that fast. And Flash just got the sealed win, and Cheily's got into the sealed wins too. Aha! And they both have sealed win now. What? What happened? Oh, you need to press like a switch on that, like, should open the door. And Flash just didn't, and then he gave up on getting the safe. You could see Cheily going for it though. This was like very confusing. But who needs safety, right? It's just... I'm not gonna say anything. I remember what I said when I said something about Labella, and I just don't want to. Oh, you need to double. Holy heck, that was so close. Loop here, please. Oh my god. And they both, like, they are synced right now. What the heck? But Cheily doesn't have heavy arrows. Oh my god. Look at this. This is so beautiful. They are both really close. Flash ahead because of arrows, yes. They are like pretty much in sync though, in terms of movement. Even if like Cheily is slightly ahead in movement, there's this thing where Flash hit the safe while Cheily doesn't, so Cheily has to walk a bit more when he gets to the bell screen, and he hits to hit the bell and then use things, so yeah. But oh my god, look at this shit. Okay. Cheily is slightly ahead though, so I'm gonna switch to Cheily's audio. Is this the PS4 version? Both players are playing on PC as far as I know. PS console versions, they are just slightly slower, and slightly I mean that it's less than 1 second slower because of some cutscene thingies. So like every version of this game is viable. And there are people that play on keyboard, there are people that play on controller, like they are both viable. And now that they both had the leaf, they're gonna keep going. Wait, Flash? Okay. No! Not again! Oh my god. Oh, that was really scary. That was really, really scary. So, now we're back to the angel. As I said last time, you want to see which one is the real one by looking at their heights, but this is not the intended way to know which angel is the real one. And when one of the devs saw this for the first time, they were like, oh, how do you guys know which one is the real one? She didn't even attack yet. Are you like geniuses? Are you hackers? Were you manipulating Angel? And then they were like, oh. Some like fun little thing. I didn't see, but I think neither. I think Cheily didn't went for Yeet, so I'm kind of disappointed. Oh, that can happen. When you get to the screen, what most people do for some reason is jump, and that triggers the Arden Witch way earlier than you want it to, which makes it so sometimes unfortunate things like that happen. This is a tournament? Yes, this is a tournament. Wait. I think you can type exclamation mark Momodora and then there will be brackets and the schedule, one of them. But yeah, this is the queen fight again. Cheily still like didn't get heavy arrows, which is unfortunate. Okay, maybe it's not like exclamation mark. Exclamation point. I have no idea how to like pronounce stuff in English. I'm sorry about that, everyone. It happens. And this is like a really close race. Like look at this. Like the second one, they're seconds from each other. And GG Cheily getting not only the win for this race, but also the match point. Pretty good. And now we're switching to Flash audio. Right on the third queen phase, which has this amazing song. It's one of my favorites for this like game. And GG Flash. 28-19 and 28-42. This was such a close race. Like GG both runners. It was really fun. So let's see. I think we have time for interviews. I am not entirely sure. Also, let's see if they want to join.
Hi.
So hello, Cheily. What's up? How are you feeling about this win?
It was really close, so it feels nice.
That was like the when you both got your pinnacle attack, it was just so close. Like that was really insane to watch. To be honest.
I mean, I messed up just so many things that honestly I didn't expect to win. But yeah. Hi, Flash.
Hello, Flash.
Hello.
What do you think about your reps?
Okay, so the first one was like super bad. And yeah, I don't know what happened there. I was not like in the mood for this game. Today was a bad day to play this game for me, it seems like.
Oh.
The second run was actually a lot better. I mean, I could have won that if I wouldn't have rolled into the spikes in the very beginning of the game. That cost like, wait, let the check. Yeah, that cost like a minute. That was really terrible.
It happens. Like...
But yeah, but I came back pretty strong. Besides that, I had no real major mistakes in the run. But that was like, okay, I was in my head. I was like, okay, let's throw this race already. I mean, I was so unhappy about that, but I was still able to focus well enough, so my mindset wasn't as bad after that. But it was tough for me still.
Especially in the second one, you were both were like really close. It was fun to watch. It was fun to commentate.
Yeah.
GG to both of you. So what do you think about your runs, Cheily?
So what I can say is that I'm really biased about how in the first race when I had PB pace, Arsonist just decided to do an invisible attack because why the heck not? And then I had to reset her another time because that was actually my mistake.
That arsonist was actually quite sad. I remember that.
Yeah. The second race, honestly, I just messed up so many things I didn't expect to win. But thank you, Flash, for giving me all the chances.
No problem.
You were both neck to neck. Like
Yeah.
any mistake could like turn the tides.
Yeah,
The
it
Flash was
was.
ahead for like most of the second race. It was like kind of insane.
uh,
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
Like, where did you messed up? Like, Cheily?
I mean, I had to reset Frida twice. I was already going to not reset again if I got hit again. So just to go sparseless. Fortunately, I got it that time.
Yeah, for races, like it's kind of important to learn itemless boss fights, even though they are kind of bad to do. But like it's kind of good to learn a backup, especially for Frida. I feel like Frida is probably the like
Most
worst.
time losing one if you die on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if
Because
you
the
reload, it
checkpoint
looks
is like
it's 1 minute behind about
Yeah.
that. Like not counting
Yeah.
the fight. It's just like such a big time loss. But
Yeah.
going without sparse thread is also pretty scary.
I mean,
Yeah.
I did it sparseless on the race against Heiho, and I was pretty lucky on that one Lupiar because I got the heavy arrows, but I had to reset Fennel like 6 times or something. So yeah, it's pretty difficult without the sparse thread.
Yeah, like gotta learn. Like there are so many variables for each like fights without certain items. It's kind of hard to learn every single situation possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG to both of you. Do any of you have anything to add? Any thoughts about the tournament?
Join our Discord server. We have a pets channel.
Okay. I mean, the pet channel is pretty great, to be honest.
Yeah.
But hope everybody liked the race, and I don't know. I want to improve in this game, but I focus on so many other things in my life that improvement is really hard.
You play like
be
every
honest.
single video game at the same time. Like you're totally
Yeah.
insane. Like, yeah, I think that's it for us. Stay tuned for Speed Gaming races. We have lots of races in all of our 6 channels. There will be another Momodora race in the same channel in about. Wait, I'm pretty bad. About 3 hours from now, like 3.5
I guess it's
Yeah.
also 3 hours.
Yes.
3.5 hours
Three
might
and a
be
half
the
hours from now.
Yeah.
Thank you for the help. Like, I'm so bad with basic mathematics. You know, it's
I
kinda
mean,
like...
to be honest, time zones are very confusing, so don't blame yourself.
Wait.
Yeah, we'll have lots. There's lots of speedruns and Momo action in the near future. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Flash and Cheily, for this race. It was pretty good to watch.
And thank you, Kat, for commentating.
No problem.
Yeah, Cat came in last minute, like because nobody else has the time to comment it.
I was actually like streaming another game, and then someone in chat said something like, "Yeah, we'll have 2 races today, right?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, let me check time." And I totally misread the time of your race, and I thought like all races would be like at night in my time zone. I was like, "Oh no, I need to hurry." So no one was commenting and just rushed for that. But yeah, thank you all, and see you all the next time.
Yeah. See ya.
Bye.